Pisces, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below, and it will talk about the significance of the spread, as well as the placement of each card. So without further ado, Pisces. Oh, Pisces. Pisces, you've made the decision to let go. Okay? There's no remorse and there's no thinking about it. There is something in your life that is not serving you, and you're just like, you know what? I'm going to leave this situation. Whatever this is, I'm going to put it behind me. However, leaving the situation is scary because you recognize that it takes a calculated approach. You see, you want to move forward, but there's this hesitation, this thing that's stopping you from doing it suddenly. So it almost feels to me, Pisces, like you fear the confrontation with somebody. The actual conversation of, this isn't working. So I don't know if this is a close relationship, a friend, a family member, maybe even a lover, or if this is a vocational thing, you know, your job, maybe you just don't want to be at your job anymore, or maybe you're just not happy with the position that you have and you recognize these things need to change. But like I said, you're hoping to let go. The decision's made. I mean, you know you need to get out of this situation. But you fear the conversation that it takes in order for you to move on. This is a very difficult thing to do. The reality of the situation is that you feel that there's a chapter closing, that what you had in the past, it just isn't worth carrying forward anymore. But you really don't have a new direction to head into yet. So it kind of feels to me, Pisces, like you are, it's almost like you're comfortable in the situation, but you're not happy in a situation, you know? And when you get comfortable, I mean, you can get used to just about anything. But that's what this whole spread feels like to me. It feels like you're very comfortable in the situation, but you're not happy. You know you should leave the situation, but you fear that confrontational moment that's going to actually separate it. If this is a personal relationship, like I said, friend, family member, or even a lover, you know, sometimes people like mentally disconnect for quite some time before they actually dissolve the relationship, before they actually end the relationship. And this could be the beginning of that mental disconnection. It could be your job too, or a project, or a particular client if you're an entrepreneur. It could be a lot of things, but whatever it is that you need to separate from, it's like you're checked out. Your head is just kind of checked out, and your body's just kind of going through the motions because you're comfortable being around this person, but you're not happy about it. Ooh, okay. So that one that flipped over is the Tower. Yep. So, the Chariot. Okay. So, your plan of action here, and this is the thing, you are hoping to hold back your resources. And it's interesting that this isn't the Ace of Cups. This is the Ace of Pentacles. So you want to hold back your resources, be that your time, your attention, or your actual money, but you're holding back the resources because you want the other person to feel this disrupt, this disconnect in the relationship. And you almost want them to start feeling it and questioning you about it before you finally decide to get up and move on. So it's kind of like you want to leave this situation, but you're conflict avoidant, and you're hoping that the other person will just start a conflict. Then you can carry through with that fight and make it kind of their fault that you're leaving. Pisces, that's kind of sneaky. But you recognize you can do that. You recognize that you're in control of the situation and you can make the other person call times out if you really wanted to. Because ultimately, this person or thing or energy or job, they didn't do anything wrong. They didn't do anything to hurt or upset you. You're just recognizing it's not a good fit anymore. So it hurts you to hurt this other person. So you're kind of hoping if you just hold back and become distant, that they'll get upset enough that they'll leave. And then you can act like you weren't the one that hurt them. But the silent treatment, Pisces, or just withdrawing your energy, can sometimes make people go a little crazy. It's kind of like a passive form of control, and I don't particularly agree with it. So if this resonates for you, rethink your approach and see if you can be a little bit more direct. Because for two reasons. One, this plan can take forever and drive you crazy. And two, by the time the other person does kind of get upset and this and that, you'll be so detached, you'll hurt them even more. You know, when you just start withdrawing your energy from a relationship that was tight, that person will try and hold on to you more and more and more and become borderline obsessed with bringing things back to the way they were. So even though you're thinking that if you do it this way, you might hurt them less, chances are you'll hurt them more in the long run. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I'll see you next week.